So we've heard a lot of concerns from leaders around just cloud spend in general, how to control the costs, how to make decisions, how to convey value. What direction and advice do you give around just cloud spend in general?
Yeah, indeed, the cloud spend is so different from what they used to do. In the past, you had the old decision process. IT wants something, finance looks at it, no, too expensive. And then there is a business case and somebody says, fine. But with cloud, almost anybody can just spin up service, and even the business can increase the cost by saying, let's run that batch process, which is huge and heavy, and then certainly cloud spend goes through the roof. So that's indeed quite different to manage. So and there the FinOps comes in. How can you combine real technology knowledge from the cloud providers, which is not easy, it's really complex what they provide, with the financial stuff, but also the business side. So why do we want this? What's the result? What will be the value we try to achieve from a business perspective? And I think that's the most important part, how to combine that knowledge.
That makes a lot of sense. How are you seeing kind of the conversations shifting from, cloud being a cost driver versus a value driver?
Yeah, that's a difficult one because, like I said, most companies are still struggling with the cost driver aspect.
Yes,
and now how to turn to the value driver. And that's really that you need to be able to, and I think that's also connected to the TBM part.
Right.
How can you calculate your cost into something the business understands? So you need to go to services. So what TBM does is also, I think, really applicable to the cloud spend. Can you allocate your costs to applications, to business units, so you can make transparent what is your business decision doing with the cost? So the other way around, how can we work with the cloud to support your business value? And that takes some time, but most of the time we succeed.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a boardroom topic, right? I mean, this is drawing a lot of attention, particularly when, revenues sometimes are right up there with your cloud costs. What kind of KPIs do you usually point to really show and demonstrate the importance of the technology spend for the business?
Yeah, we encounter a lot of customers looking at IT spend as a percentage of revenue, which is close to what we would suggest. We were like this, skip or split it into the run and change part. And if you can indeed say, what's the run percentage of my revenue? That ratio is really interesting, because if you can improve that ratio, that means that you have less cost and more value out of it. And that's the bottom to top KPI. And you can split it per division, per service, per application. So you have a lot of details which you can bring in there. So every department has its KPI, which is connected to the boardroom KPI.